Welcome to ACC About Town, where students get the chance to learn and explore new places in our great city. My name is Sebastian Lopez, and I'm a student in the music business program at Austin Community College, and I'm your host. I'm currently standing in front of the ACO Live Theater in downtown, which is home to the show Austin City Limits, put on by Austin PBS and LickonaVision. For those who don't know, Austin City Limits has actually been around since like 1974, and it's one of the first television programs to showcase the musical talent from the South. In fact, the very first episode, which debuted in October of 1974, featured none other than Willie Nelson as their musical guest. Now, it's the longest running music series in American television history, and it showcases popular music from every single genre taped right here. In addition to being honored by the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as a rock and roll landmark, Austin City Limits is also the only television program to ever receive the National Medal of Arts, the nation's highest award for artistic excellence. And today we get the chance to talk with some of these people that make this show happen as they get ready for a performance by Afro Cuban Funk sensation Sima Funk. And I've also been told we might get a chance to meet him in person. So I guess we'll have to see where the camera takes us. Let's go. Who all is featured on these walls?
Well, this is just a very small sampling of some of the artists who have appeared on Austin City Limits through the years. We're approaching our 1,000th taping, and you're probably looking at about 150 photographs here. So that tells you this is just the tip of the iceberg. Every picture here was taken by our photographer, Scott Newton, ranging from Willie Nelson in black and white to this one is absolutely one of my favorites. This is of Coldplay.
How many years has ACL been active?
So we are taping our 48th season, coming up on 50. Austin City Limits is the longest running music show in the world.
That's awesome. And then here we got Ray Charles, another legend.
I asked Terry Liccona, who was our producer, when did you know that Austin City Limits was for real? When did you know that it had arrived? And he said it's when Ray Charles appeared on the show. That's when we knew that Austin City Limits had really arrived on the national scene, because Ray Charles was an international superstar, and to come and grace our stage was just such an honor. In the early days, we were very heavy on country and blues and roots and Americana music, and now it's rock and alternative and even hip-hop. There's a photo up here that really is one of my absolute favorites, and it's by Kendrick Lamar. When Kendrick Lamar came to play the show, that told me and it told the world, like, Austin City Limits can do anything. We can do any style of music.
What are you excited about when it comes to Sima Funk?
Well, again, that's one of those artists that you're introducing to a whole new audience. You know, this show airs every week on PBS nationwide. So in every market in the country, you can watch Austin City Limits on PBS. When you're able to take somebody like Sima Funk, who I kind of describe as the Parliament Funkadelic of Cuba, and it's going to be a non-stop dance party. It's going to be energy, and yes, being able to introduce the world to an artist like Sima Funk is an honor. But what's going to happen here tonight, just the energy that people will feel in the room, that's pretty awesome too.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but I'm going to be dancing.
Are on the mezzanine level at ACL Live at the Moody Theater, and during taping days, these suites are used by our guests. We have a membership level called Friends of Austin City Limits, and so they get access to tapings and seats and just a fun time.
All right, so if y'all can't hear in the background, Sima Funk is getting ready here. What are you most excited about this concert?
I and all of us are so excited because this band has a ton of energy, and so the crowd is going to be so much fun. And when the crowd and the audience have fun, we have fun too. So right now they're just getting the instruments and the sound check happening, and so they'll be doing this for a couple more hours. After everything gets dialed in sound-wise, then we'll start doing camera practice and camera checks.
So what other shows are you involved with?
Austin PBS produces Central Texas Gardener, which is about local inspiration for your home and sustainability practices. Lots of amazing local gardeners are featured. We also produce Overheard with Evan Smith, which is an interview program. We have a community journalism initiative called Decibel, which is community-centered storytelling and reporting. We really just try to highlight what's amazing here in Central Texas and reflect the Austin experience.
Austin PBS is actually now on ACC Highland campus. Can you talk about more of your intentions and Austin PBS's intentions?
We are so excited about our new location. The new studios are going to give us so much opportunity and to do new stuff. It's state of the art. But of course, the biggest draw is being with ACC and being with the wonderful people at the college and working with the TV department and the RTF department and all the students. We are very inspired and cannot wait to collaborate in lots of different ways. I think we'll be able to do that through studio productions, through internships, through jobs. I mean, podcasting, there's so much that work perfectly with our goals and with what ACC is doing. So we're just very excited.
All right, so as you can see behind me, here's the stage. And I've been told we're going to get a tour backstage. Let's go. All right, and here we got intern extraordinaire Meg.
Back here behind me, we've got several of our dressing rooms. One we usually feature for interviews, or we have makeup artists back there. Here we have the poster lounge over here. Anyone is welcome. So in the back here, you can grab some grub. We often have catering for the artists from the W Hotel. And we've got a fridge full of LaCroix.
Alrighty, so now where are you taking us?
All right, we're heading to the loading dock.
So this guy's right here is actually an elevator. It can fit an elephant, full-sized. All right, thank you very much to the intern extraordinaire, Meg.
Oh, you flatter me, Sebastian. Thanks you.
Currently on stage, I think we have like maybe 32 microphones, plus another 8 microphones on the crowd, and then we do a 5.1 mix live. Simultaneously, we're also buzzing out to the internet. This is the audio control room for Austin City Limits. We're in a enclosed kind of acoustically designed room. Backstage, behind the stage, behind the scenes.
And how do you get ready for each artist that comes? Because each show is unique, right?
Every show is unique. On the day of the shoot, we come in early in the morning, and the band loads in. We set up all of their equipment on stage, set out the mics, cables, wired up. Yes, and then there's a camera rehearsal with Gary Minotti, the director.
How long does it take to set up all the microphones and everything, and like the monitors and all?
It takes most of the morning. I mean, we started in here in the morning at about 9 o'clock today, and we worked right up until 1 o'clock. So that's that whole period of time, that 4 hours is what it takes. And that's really when things have to be like really looked at carefully and lined up. And if we get all that right, then the rest of the day just runs very smoothly.
What are y'all excited about this evening?
Ooh, the funky music.
Same, yeah.
It's almost like the band's called Sima Funk or something, right? What are you excited for?
The dancing, the beats, all of it, like the stage presence.
What are y'all most excited about when it comes to Sima Funk?
Well, definitely excited about the Afro-Latin fusion. The ability to dance on a weekday, I mean, come on, you can't turn that down.
Most definitely. And you?
I just want the groove. Yeah, the atmosphere, I'm excited.
Is this y'all's first time here at ACO Live?
Yes.
Do you have any dance moves to show me?
No.
Alrighty, well, we are sitting here with Sima Funk. It's a pleasure to have you here with us.
Pleasure, my pleasure, brother. Thank you for having me.
Alright, so first things first, we gotta ask, what does Sima Funk mean?
Sima is come from the rooms. Well, you know the slave that in Cuba. We have a lot of slave. We have a lot of slave in the time of the African movement to the island, and yet the slave, the ones that escape from the house of the master and go to live in the deep forest, and they create a new village there. They was calling cimarrones. So the cimarron is the singular word. The cimarron for me is like the base of the Afro Cuban flow, because they was living in the forest hiding, and they was creating families there with a different sound, a different kind of style of life. So they are the base of the Afro Cuban flow for me. So I take Sima from there, and I take funk because I love funk music, and also have a similarity also because it's the black music that came, and from gospel to blues to everything, and the bang and funk is the same roots.
How would you describe your sound?
Well, I don't know, it's acid. I always say that it's acid. The way that I feel, the sound that I produce, especially with the mouse, of the melody of the songs and all this kind of movement. And Afro-Cuban music, the Afro every touch and mixing with the funk. The flavor is acid.
I noticed during your rehearsal, you didn't perform alone. There's a whole band up there, right?
Yeah, it's the tribe. Yeah. We just like families. I call them the tribe. So you're gonna see this Sima Funk and the tribe. And yeah, they're great musicians. They are the best musicians that I see around, and they feel it.
Oh yeah.
They got the feel. They got the groove.
How does it feel to play for ACL?
Look, it's a dream come true, man. Yeah, man, on the team, everybody's super kind, super nice. Everybody love music, and that's amazing. Everybody has been playing here. Ray Charles plays. All of these guys that I love play here. Buenavista play here
That's
also.
right. Do you have any advice for someone like me who's hoping to be on that stage one day?
Keep doing it, bro.
Yeah?
Keep doing it. Music is it's yours. It's your legacy. If you can create, just take that for as a bless. And keep doing it.
Yeah. How can people stay in touch with you and continue to follow you?
Yeah, Instagram.
Instagram?
Instagram is madness now. You just go to Sima Funk in Instagram, and you will see us doing things every day. And also, music in Spotify and iClub, in iTunes, in Apple Music, everywhere. And the website, you can have the serious information, the show dates, if you want to buy the vinyls, because the album El Alimento is only available in vinyls. Or you can listen in Spotify, but for having your houses in vinyl. And yeah, you can have it there. You can have everything in the website. So check it.
We actually have a little gift for you right here.
Ooh,
Some ACC swag right here. Woo.
Ooh,
There you go.
man.
Check
Yeah,
it out.
thank you.
All right, well, thank you so much
Thanks
for
to
all
you
your
guys.
time. You've been here since almost the beginning, right?
Pretty close. I don't take credit for starting Austin City Limits because I don't deserve to, but I came along in the third season, and by season 4 I was the producer, and now I'm the executive producer, as I say. So yeah, it's been a pretty long and fun ride. It's been like 4 decades plus worth of memories and exciting moments, because every show has its own excitement and special memories and moments.
How has the show evolved over all of these years, in your opinion?
Oh, it's really evolved a lot. If we had stayed the same as we were back in 1974, we wouldn't still be here doing shows. I mean, music has evolved. Austin City Limits has not only survived, but I think it's thrived by continuing to change. I mean, when Austin City Limits started, it was basically a showcase for Austin or Texas music, and it was mostly Texas kind of country music with a little bit of this or that. And over the years, it sort of evolved from being more of a country-based show to being kind of an indie rock singer-songwriter-based show to where it is today, which is basically anything goes. We have everything from country to rock to jazz to blues to Latin music, hip-hop music, gospel music. I mean, if it's good music, if it's original, it's good enough for Austin City Limits. That's really the only criteria that we have.
All right, so these shows are actually free for those who didn't know. Can you talk a little bit about how people watching at home can come see the magic in person?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's easier said than done, but we do distribute free tickets to the general public for each taping that we do. And we do that via a lottery system on our website. If you just go to ACCTV, you'll check it out for yourself. And there's obviously a limited number of tickets, and depending on who the artist or band is at the time, there could be a huge demand. But that being said, I think if you're really determined and if you do keep an eye out on our taping schedule, there's a good chance that you'll be able to snag a couple of tickets and come and actually see a show for yourself.
It's about time for Sima Funk to start the show, and I'm down here on the floor with this amazing crowd, ready to get the party started. I personally have loved the work environment here, despite all the chaos. It's got me excited for my own future in the entertainment industry. Thank you so much for joining us in ACC About Town, and we'll see you next time, because I gotta get dancing.
One more time. This is not for real. Good evening and welcome to Austin City Limits. This is going to be a night to remember tonight, so let's get on with it. Their debut appearance on the ACL stage. Would you please